Today's project is... I made one. It all started from this. Went on to print it like this. Then from this one to this one. From this one to this one. The character design is original, model printed and painted from start to finish. Just wanted to try out if we can get to a similar quality of a commercially available one. I've always wondered why these command high prices in the market, especially the basic ones. While it's true that craftsmanship is a factor for the price, there are many more complicated figures that goes around at a similar price range. Compared to any of my previous projects that has several layers of clothes and paint, this bunny figure is actually the most simple one. Anyway, the method for making this one is the same. Model everything first in 3D. I'm using Blender 3D as it's completely free and it's more than capable enough for projects like this one. Here in 3D modeling the character, this includes the time spent thinking on how to separate the model in pieces for 3D printing, and to also consider the ease of painting. All of that is done during the 3D modeling phase. The model is then exported to another software to prepare for 3D printing, Lychee Slicer in this case. The time spent in here is making sure the model can be printed and produced on a 3D printer. Then of course, after the printing and post cleanup of the resin, test fitting the model and confirming if what you've made can actually be assembled. This is pretty much the prototype. I believe figure companies also use 3D printing for their prototypes. From this point on, we go to the rest of the crafting, which is sanding, priming, painting, and detailing. Due to the nature of 3D printing, there will always be things that need to be fixed. The tools are the usual sandpaper, sanding sponges, and putty. Marks left by supports on 3D prints are puttied and sanded till they're gone. Any imperfection is also dealt with using the same method. For the painting, paint always starts with the primer first. Then the base coat or color coat is next. After the color coats, shading is added. I use chalk pastels brushed on the piece. I find this to be the easier method, rather than shading with the airbrush itself. This method is much more forgiving when it comes to mistakes, as the brushed chalk pastels can still be somewhat erased, and that I have more control on application using the brush than an airbrush with paint on it. Another layer of base color is sprayed on top to even out the shading. This is also done to fix the shading in place permanently. This method is done on the rest of the parts of the figure until the desired output is achieved. The last part is a top coat is applied. Whether it's matte or gloss finish depends on what you are painting. Since this is a bunny figure, the suit and the accessories are done with gloss, while the rest is hit with a matte clear finish. And here it is. So far this is the end result, and I guess it turned out to be pretty much okay. For the eyes, as usual, I'm using printed decals to make my life easier rather than painting them on. I believe some garage kits have eye decals too. This gets the job done, but of course, if you have the time and skill to paint the eyes, it's possible to achieve better looking results. For anyone who is interested and would like to practice figure printing and painting, I've put a link to these models for sale printable file in the description. Any questions related to the making of the figure, as usual, I'm willing to answer as long as time permits me to do so. And with that, I'll see you guys on the next project, which is probably going to be another couple of months from now. Should be fine. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.